This is the plaintiff, Jordan Levesque. He says he rented some commercial space from the defendant to open a skateboarding park with a half pipe, and the louse keeps changing the deal on him. Every time he blinks, the shady defendant raises his rent and says take it or leave it. He was stuck because he spent $2,000 on a half pipe, but eventually the guy unfairly pushed him out of the space. He's now out $950 and is suing for just that today. This is the defendant, John. He says the plaintiff was the dishonest one here because when he rented the space, he told him it was for storage. Then the man secretly builds a skateboard park, which wasn't approved because he didn't carry the proper insurance. And if anyone was hurt, it would fall on him. Owe this guy money? Ha! He's accused of rolling into court. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $2,771.73 for damages, construction, lost rent, and lost wages.
All parties, please use your right hand. Proceed to come to order.
Thank you.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Jordan Levesque?
Yes.
Okay, you are suing John. You've asked us not to use your last name. We'll respect that. For $950 that you say is owed to you, your security deposit, plus your lost wages and wasted time, which I guess are different in your mind, for having to chase him to get it because he won't give it to you. You have a counterclaim against him for $2,771.73 for rent and repairs and electricity. Oh, and wasting your time too. All right, let's hear it. What happened here, Mr. Levesque?
Okay, so we had started renting in the mid-November.
How old are you?
23, I know.
Okay, oh, you really don't even look 23, but go ahead.
So what happened was we had looked at the space a year earlier, and he had told us the price, and I wasn't really interested. I didn't have the money at the time, and the next year came around, and I was making a little more money, so we decided, you know what, we're going to have all winter. There's nowhere to go. There's no skate parks inside Connecticut, So we said, why don't we buy our own place or rent out, and we're going to build the ramp ourselves. So I got a couple of friends that said, hey, they would help me pay for it if I rented the place. So I went ahead, I paid.
Wait, with the idea being that you would use this, it's like kind of like a warehouse kind of place?
It's
just a big open space?
Yes.
And how big was it?
About 1,100 square feet originally, and then it was cut down to 700.
All right, so when you were renting it for, and it was 1,100 square feet, how much were you paying?
$450, and that included a bathroom.
Did he know that you were building a skateboard ramp?
Yeah, I actually have the plans. I wish I'd brought them. That was the one thing I didn't bring. But we had told him originally we would bring it, and he was in there a lot of the times when we were skateboarding. He's watched us skateboard there, and he thought it was interesting. Never had a problem with us.
So you have a video of the ramp?
Yes.
Okay, let's see that. That's it? That's the whole width of the place?
That's it. It was just big enough for the ramp. That's all we wanted.
Wow, there's not much room there. So did you have a lease?
No, we never did get a lease. We had continued to try to get into a lease, but the problem was that first he was trying to raise our rent, and then he had taken away our bathroom, and then on top of that, he made our space smaller when we had to build the hallway.
Why do you think he did that? Because you built the ramp?
If you imagine there's one space, it's cut in half. You can't get through a wall. So we actually had to build a hallway to access our area. If we didn't, we had to get out.
Right.
So we built the hallway.
So did you reach an agreement with him?
Yep.
And now by this time he had raised the rent to how much?
500.
So you go ahead and agree to the 500, and then he tells you, well, I'm not making enough money, or I want to rent this other thing, or whatever. And so rather than getting out, you agreed to minimize your spot, and you agreed to build the hallway. Now, when you build the hallway, according to you, he tells you that if you build the hallway, you don't have to pay rent?
For 1 month.
For that month?
Because it was going to cost us about $400 in supplies just to build the wall.
All right, so how long do you end up renting the place for?
From mid-November until the end of March. We told him we got 1 more month. We're going to pay all of April, and that's it.
Okay, and did you pay April?
Yes.
Okay, and then this lawsuit is really about your security deposit of $450.
Exactly.
Because you expected to get that back. So what's going on, John? Why won't you return their security deposit?
First of all, Your Honor, whatever he said is a truly lie. He's manufacturing story, you wouldn't believe it. He came to see me about a year ago. He decided to take that place down. Then he came back later and he says, we want your place now. So I says, fine. And so we agreed he was going to pay $450 a month for only use for storage. And also, he was trying to tell me he makes these knobs that goes into a steering wheel of a car. He said, my space would be ideal for that. So I rented him as a warehouse space to manufacture these steering knobs.
I'm
'Cause-
sorry. Even your answer to the complaint doesn't say that he's using the place to manufacture knobs.
No.
Your answer to the complaint says he was supposed to use the place for storage.
For storage, right.
That's not manufacture knobs.
Then he told me that after, Your Honor.
How do you discover it's a skating rink?
I walked in there, Honor.
And then what'd you do?
Then I says, what do you
I'm
guys...
shocked and appalled. Gambling in my establishment,
Right.
No. What do you do instead?
I says, what is this? He says, we built this here on the floor.
You did not evict him, did you?
No.
You did not demand for an insurance certificate to be in your hand, or else you would evict him, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, you were happy to take the 500.
So
Now it comes to the end of the road, and they're tired, and they don't want to keep with the uncertainty. You've already taken away part of their space. You've taken away their toilet privileges, and they're done. So they give you notice, and they want to leave. Why don't you return the security deposit?
He didn't pay me for the month of December
Why didn't he?
because he want to use the money to build the wall.
And did you approve of that?
No.
You never told him that you can skip
I
December's payment if you build the wall.
I told him if you build a wall legally and get a permit and build
Because you're famous for that. Legalities and permits. I can smell all over you how you are a stickler for that sort of thing when you allow a 24-year-old and all his friends to have a skateboard park inside of it. Yes, okay. I got a feeling the words legally and permitting didn't come up. So now you're making all this money, but you want permits and stuff. So you're not returning his $450 for what reason again?
because he didn't pay for the month of December.
Not really, because you told him not to pay. What you're saying is that the wall wasn't to code. Because when you were leaving and you didn't get your security deposit back, now all of a sudden you're a stickler for the rules, aren't you? And you pick up the phone and you call the city, right?
No, I didn't call the city. He
No,
called
not
the
you.
city.
I know you didn't. What do you think? I'm stupid? He did.
I did,
Yeah.
of course, because
Okay.
I was tired of, everything he did to me. It was just one thing. And actually, when I built the wall, he told me not to tell the neighbor that we were building the wall because he knew they would
Of
go to
course.
zoning before us.
Of course.
So,
All right, in any event, once you decide to leave and you tell him you want your money back, his answer has to do with electricity. And what was his answer? Because the electricity wouldn't be owed to him, it would be owed to whoever was paying the electric bill.
so we came back, he
You
said.
weren't paying the electric bill, were you?
My tenants paid the electric bill.
Your
Ellen?
tenants did. So
Yeah.
why would you be
He-
able to
he-
keep
he-
his security deposit?
Because I have to reimburse my tenant for $50 a month for the electricity.
Do you have any proof that you have ever reimbursed your tenants $50 a month for electricity?
Your Honor,
You're a tenant.
my tenant, he knows I'm going to court.
I need you to listen to me. I'm not going to get lost. I'm just going to repeat myself
Okay.
over and over again. Do you have proof of what you're saying? Because I wouldn't believe you if your tongue came notarized right now. Do you have any proof from the tenant by way of a lease or an affidavit? Yes or no?
No, I
Because I
don't.
don't trust you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Now, the next issue. What other reasons would you be keeping the security deposit?
Because he built this wall, and I got a certificate from the building department that the wall has to come
How
down.
did the building department get involved? That's when you called,
Because
right?
you put a complaint.
Right.
And
Oh, everything's fine until it's not, huh?
Yeah.
Was there ever any discussion when you built the wall that you would have to take it down when you left?
no, he actually asked me to build multiple walls in the other room that wasn't even for
to be
us.
able to rent to more people.
It's not true, Your Honor.
Okay,
Exactly.
so what else? Let's see what your counterclaim is about. $500 for the month of December. I think we've gone over that. $125 to repair the door. What was wrong with the door?
What happened was the door frame was built very badly and it was cracked wood. So the hinges were actually on cracked wood. So the door didn't work correctly. And so we were there trying to fix the hinges, banging on the hinges because we're trying to fix the door for 20 minutes. We can't get the door fixed. We complained to him multiple times about the door.
It's
and
not
so,
true, Your Honor.
So your feeling is that they should have to pay to repair the door. Let us discuss rent from May 1st to May 7th. So according to you, they didn't move out until May 7th?
No, they took another 7 days, Your Honor, to clean up all their debris.
What do you mean by that?
They left all kinds of debris.
what?
Like,
Do you have proof?
the only proof I got, Your Honor, is the guy that moved it. He's not here. I asked him to be here for his witness.
That's not proof. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the absence of proof.
Yeah.
All right, $475 to remove the wall. I understand that. $1,205.04 to replace the door. Show me the proof that it's $1,205.04.
I have an estimate, Your Honor.
Okay, let me see that. Electricity for 7 months. We went over that. The debris that they left, because you're
Yeah.
charging you want $250 for your time to remove the debris. Do you have any evidence of the debris? Do you have pictures of the debris?
Right, Your Honor.
Okay, and then you also wanted to show me pictures of the door?
Yes.
Yeah, let me see that.
And the wall.
Yeah, the handle kind of goes like this. Intuitively, everybody is going to pull it that way. Show it to him, and what's that stuff? Is that stuff yours?
This isn't even what we rented. This is the other space
How
that
about
the other
these two?
guy
Are
rented.
these yours or the other guy also?
This is his vacuum.
Okay,
How
go
is
ahead.
this my debris when that's the generator company's van and all their stuff?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So do younger people get taken advantage of by older people because the young person is kind of naive about the world and business?
I think so, yeah.
It's kind of a bad statement about human nature, isn't it?
It is, but it's just how life goes sometimes.
Is that the way life goes?
I guess, but I feel like when you're new to something, people are going to be mean.
And
you,
they're going to take advantage.
Yeah, you got to learn for yourself.
Wow. That's a sad statement on human nature, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah. You can't.
Is it true?
I believe so, yeah. You can't take advantage, but it's too easy sometimes.
Too easy. It's too irresistible going inside the courtroom.
Why are you taking pictures of other people's junk and telling me that that's the junk he left there?
No, that picture what happened to take when they take the wall down.
I don't know what you're trying to say to me, but you have submitted this as evidence when I asked
No.
you, show me the, well, why did you give this to me?
picture doesn't
This
belong-
is the other people's junk, and
Yeah.
you are taking this as a picture and presenting it in his trial as why you won't give him
Your
this
Honor.
$450.
It doesn't belong there, Your Honor.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. But it only doesn't belong there after we caught you.
No.
That's how you operate.
It wasn't the envelope.
The wall doesn't belong there after you get caught. The skateboarders don't belong there after you get caught. The debris doesn't belong there after you get caught that you're showing me somebody else's junk. Well, do you ever watch me? Do you think I'm not going to be thorough, that I'm not going to show it to them?
Your
Because I'm
Honor.
insulted,
Your Honor,
frankly.
you misunderstand it altogether.
I think I understand you only too well. Why on earth would you not give the guy his $450 back just to shut him up?
Because, Your Honor, he didn't deserve that. Because
Okay. Okay.
He didn't
no,
pay-
that's
he-
good.
he-
You're all kinds of principled now.
he didn't.
Yeah.
he didn't-
Skateboard park running there with no insurance to cover anybody. Somebody becomes a quadriplegic, they're paying their own bills because there's no insurance anywhere. But you're principled now, right? You're principled now. I got it. Yeah, guess what? You forgot to ask for double.
Oh, well, I did actually print out a thing here with the Connecticut law that said somewhere in here that I should ask for double because...
Of course you did, because you could not disappoint me if you tried.
No, I did my
can't.
homework.
So you're not entitled to lost wages or wasted time. However, in Connecticut, you are in one of the states that punishes a landlord for wrongfully withheld security deposit. I find that the security deposit was wrongfully withheld. And I am ordering the defendant to pay you $900, the double the security deposit. And here's a surprise. On the counterclaim for electricity you don't pay, rent you can't prove is due, December rent because you were very careful to say you need to build it to code and with a permit. I don't believe that. Your lost wages, blah, 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 zero. That is my verdict. Good luck, folks.
Well, the plaintiff prevails in this case. He gets double his security deposit back. Mr. John, if you'll step over here for a minute. I think you gave the judge a run for her money today. She was really after you. And, not after you, but she was finding a lot of what your testimony really wrong and untrustworthy. Let's put it that way.
The truth will speak by itself.
She didn't believe you,
Yeah,
okay?
The truth will avail.
Well, bottom line is, you got to pay him double the security deposit. You should have paid it to him.
Well, he doesn't deserve it.
Well, he's going to get it.
He's such a liar.
That's what the judge thinks
Yeah.
you are.
Well, I'm sorry to say, but he's the biggest liar of them all.
No, well, she doesn't think that way.
Well,
All right, you must sign some documents outside. Thank you very much. Now here comes Mr. Levesque. You charmed the judge. You know that.
I hope so.
Yes, you did. You did. You did a good job.
Thank you.
And getting the double security deposit, good for you.
Thank you.
One other question, a lot of people watching it probably wondering, what on earth could you do on that ramp in that small space?
Well, you can do a lot. I mean, it's
Could you do circles upside down and all of that kind
You
of
can
stuff?
do spins and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
So it was well worth doing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, nice to see you. Thank you. Congratulations.
Appreciate
All
it.
righty.
Thank
Good
you.
enough. Harvey, another very interesting case here. What do you think?
So these security deposit laws, by the way, vary from state to state. So if you want to know what it is in your state, it's really simple. All you have to do is Google landlord-tenant law security deposits, put your state in, and it'll give you the law. It's pretty clear. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.